Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Welcome back. This is the NgoVo Convo podcast. I'm NgoVo, joined by Harrison. He's over there to my left, waving. Hello.
Hello.
And we're both just here to want an excuse to talk about anything that ranges from anime to comics. But it's mostly anime today.
And one specific anime today?
Yes. But also, we're trying to clean up Harrison's backlog. It's happening. He's here. He's almost here. But also, some would say it's two people conversing.
Like NgoVo Convo and NgoVo Convo spelled right above my head? Oh, I went way too fast on that one.
Way too fast on that one. But you can watch every episode on YouTube or listen to it as a podcast by searching NgoVo Convo on your podcast service of choice. We're everywhere. And this is episode 26 of our One Piece review series. So, you truly have to be a One Piece fan / commit like Harrison to understand these episodes. But there's a lot of you out there that like these episodes. So we're just going with it. We're actually going to go over Whole Cake Island arc, which is part of the Whole Cake Island saga, second half of it. I know it's been a while since November, but there was like Christmas, New Year's.
Yeah, had all the whole break. Gave me time to read.
Yeah. Read all 75 chapters because we're going over chapters 825 through 902. Can you believe it?
For the anime people, it's 783 to 877, 95 episodes.
Wow. But Harrison, you're like in the 900s.
It's kind of crazy.
You're kind of crazy.
Kind of feels weird.
But now, like every other manga series, it's like easy for you.
It's easy.
You just have to remind yourself.
No.
One Piece.
Legitimately, though, yes, One Piece. And legitimately, she would tell me, like, here's the arcs. And she just tells, all I know is how many chapters I'm supposed to read.
Yeah.
I've gotten to the point where I'm like, 78? Oh, that's not that bad.
I know. After Dressrosa, you can do whatever you want. Read whatever you want.
Did I stay up to read this one? I don't know. Did I?
You kind of did.
I did.
You did.
I got hooked on this one. I've been getting hooked. You know what am I saying? I've been getting hooked.
But honestly, Whole Cake Island is like non-stop action and everything. From start to finish.
Yeah, because Zoe was kind of Zoe was essentially the introduction, right? To like all the stuff, and it deals with
crazy
so much.
Yeah. Let's start off with the fact that there's like a new group that you met. Germa 66.
Yes.
First initial thoughts.
Scum of the earth. I was so upset with that. But it's but the connection though, right? So essentially that's
huge connection.
It's because I forgot what Sanji's last name also. Oh my god. Vinsmoke? Yeah. Vinsmoke. So it's the Vinsmoke family that's in charge of like are the leaders of Germa 66?
Yeah.
Oh, they suck so bad. Once you hear his backstory, you're like, dang, I hate these guys.
I know. But his brothers reacting to Nami, they are siblings.
Genetics.
It's just a genetic thing.
All three of them.
The heart
all
eyes.
All three of them. Like, the sister didn't really do much, obviously, but the three of them, instant.
Yeah. I mean, she got to kiss Luffy, so.
Yeah.
Get the poison out.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Crazy guy. But yeah, they're going to Whole Cake Island. It's basically like little islands that make whole cake.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really interesting because each island is like a specific dessert.
Or like ingredient.
Yeah.
Like nuts.
Yeah. Chocolate. There's a flour one.
Yeah.
Yeah. A whole bunch.
Yeah.
So that's what you kind of learn in the beginning. You also learn that Sanji is supposed to get married to someone in Big Mama's family in like 3 days. 3 days notice.
Yeah.
How do you feel about Big Mama and her 43 husbands, 39 daughters and 46 sons.
How?
Did you know? They actually like describe this later on, where like she has like triplets and like quads basically.
Yeah.
Or like twins, you know.
I asked my wife this. I was like, what did she look like in between? Because what they showed in the arc, I don't get it. What was the pull? But again, it's probably just a lot of like.
But you gotta remember, she's old now.
She is old now, but I don't know what she looked like before. That's why I'm confused. Yeah. But they showed what she looked like as a kid, so I don't get it.
Yeah.
The in between's gotta be something. Gotta be pulling something, because I don't get this.
You may or may not find out. We'll see.
We'll find out. Yes, I would like to know.
But I was like,
dude,
trying to think of your reaction. You're like 43 husbands. I feel like you read this. You're like 43 husbands.
I was like,
how many kids?
And how many kids? Yeah, because she said, the girl that Sanji's getting married to,
Pudding.
Yeah. What number was she again?
80. Oh, I don't remember. She was 80 something.
They showed it too. I'm trying to find it real quick, but yeah, essentially it's just like, it's a family. It is a legit family. I'm like, oh, okay. I thought it was just like, I know she said the Big Mama family at some point.
Yeah.
And I was just like, okay, like I'm sure it's like a mafia type deal. No, it's legit.
Yeah. It's legit. And basically like a bunch of kids kind of like just own 34 of these islands too.
Mm-hmm.
To like help out.
Yeah.
So Pudding has the chocolate one. Because she's like a chocolate maker basically.
Yeah.
But yeah, Pudding and Sanji supposed to get married. Basically, Pudding does meet the Straw Hats.
Yes.
The Straw Hats do split up per usual.
They split up big time though last arc.
Yeah, they did.
Because it's only, let's see, it was only Luffy, Nami, Brooks,
Nami,
Chopper, and the two
Pedro and Carrot.
Yes.
Yeah.
To save the rescue Sanji arc.
They did. And then Jinbei wants to help Luffy.
Let's go.
Did you and then within this group they had to split again.
Mm-hmm.
So like Pedro and Brooks, they're going on this side mission basically.
Yeah.
We'll talk more into it later because they're both the GOAT, I think, in this.
Yes.
in
absolutely.
this arc. Yeah.
But essentially, it's like Luffy, Nami, Chopper, and Carrot.
Yeah. They're on their own.
Yeah.
And if you really think about it, they're all babysitting Luffy.
They're all babysitting Luffy, especially when they're on the boat already, just trying to get whole cake, and having to feed this man, having to just eat was a trial.
Without Sanji.
You learn that it's a trial, and it's hilarious. They would not have made it like in the first half of this whole manga series.
No, without Sanji.
Yeah.
Truly. But yeah, so Luffy and that team, they're kind of stuck in these woods, the seducing woods. How'd you feel about that? I'm gonna jump around a little bit, but how do you feel about them kind of getting caught in the woods and then Luffy having to fight the cracker guy or the biscuit guy?
Yeah, I'm not surprised. Actually, that was kind of a cool thing where like it kind of became a maze. The funniest thing was just the man in the middle, and I just kept thinking like, what's he doing? I've just been like doing this. I was like, this guy's an idiot.
Oh yeah.
But why?
We learned a little bit more about him though.
Yes, it started making more sense.
Yeah.
Also questionable, but yes.
Everything's really connected in this arc though to everyone. It's really interesting to see. And I was rereading this and I was like, oh, this is weird.
Yeah, like
you see Caesar again.
Yes.
Yeah, he has to make giants again. But then his internal thoughts are like, I gotta leave.
Gotta get out of here. Because the amount of money he's wasted.
Yes.
a lot of Big Mama's money.
Yes.
On women.
We find out Big Mama has the soul fruit. She can take souls.
Which then makes sense. Why?
And then why everything in like the woods was like working.
Yeah. Yeah, like why they're alive. Why they're alive and why they're alive. Which kind of messed up.
I know, it's crazy. But yeah, there was a nod back to Lola from Thriller Bark.
So way far back.
Yeah, so far back.
I was like, what? That connection? Because, okay, there's this whole web now, right? More of a web. Yeah. More of a web. We're adding on. So, like, that man is Lola's dad, which Lola has a sister. Like, twin sister. And there's another sister who is now married to, what's his name?
Bege. Bege, the guy that...
A part of the, not monster, what is it called? The
Worst Generation?
Worst Generation?
Yeah. Yeah, and back then, Lola gave Nami the Vivi card.
Yes.
And she specifically said, she was like, oh yeah, just, hang on to this. My mom's really big in the new world. You ever need help?
So vague.
Yeah.
Didn't mention that it's Big Mama, one of the 4 emperors.
Yep.
And I was like, oh, yeah, you just didn't think about it. And you're like, oh, okay, yeah, cool, that's cool. Yeah.
But Nami, being Nami, used it to scare everyone.
She had a power trip, and I thought that was the most funniest thing.
It was
absolute
great.
Power trip.
Yeah. No, but it was great. It scared everyone.
Yep.
And then during this time, obviously, they split again. Because Chopper and Carrot are now stuck in this mirror world.
Classic.
Classic. But yeah, how'd you feel about Luffy versus Sanji? That first part.
Oh, you mean Sanji just beating up Luffy?
Yeah.
Dude, this is where I start. Though? It's sad, but this is where I consistently I've respected Luffy more and more over time.
Yeah.
In that, like, he at least sticks to his principles.
And his word.
And his word. And he's like, yeah, I'm not going to eat anything. I'm here to save you. And he's like, no. I mean,
yeah.
These are the moments when you start learning, oh, yeah, Luffy's at least somewhat aware. He's like, I'm not the one that's hurting. It's you. Because you see how he has to deal with his family. And because all at that point, they're all reunited, right?
Yeah.
In that character.
Luffy and Nami, yeah.
No, I mean Sanji's family. They're all
they're all there. Yeah,
on that carriage ride because they're on the way to Big Mama.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I more respect
to Luffy.
Respect to Luffy more over time. Like I get it.
Yeah. I mean, it's just kind of crazy because after that, shit just starts hitting the fan because Luffy and Nami got captured in this book.
Can we address the? Oh, when were you gonna talk about Sanji's backstory soon? Yeah. Okay. I had a feeling.
Yeah. But I think just a lot of stuff happened from when Sanji's like going off to like actually sea pudding, and then I feel like this arc was just, I say nonstop, but I literally mean like every chapter had something going on.
I got hooked because it was just nonstop. I couldn't find it.
There was literally no filler in this arc. You just went one chapter to another. It's just like new information, people fighting, like all this stuff. But yeah, and then how'd you feel about Pudding and her little plans and her third eye?
Dude, I got faked out so hard.
Did you?
I kept going back and forth. Because initially, oh, she's so nice. But she's one of Big Mama's kids. Oh, I guess maybe it would make sense why over time. Because she's like, high numbered. There's so many other brothers, sisters, half brothers and sisters, let's be real. And
honestly,
I was like, oh, maybe it's not too bad. And you learn that she's flip-floppy.
Yeah, she's got like a different personality, basically.
It's so funny. Yeah, now it's funny, but at the time I was like, oh no, she's actually bad. Yeah. Oh god.
Yeah. Yeah, let's just get into Sanji's backstory. Because that was shown, finally. I think like 2-3 episodes ago, you were kind of like, oh, who's next? Like, on this sad backstory trip.
Yes, I did, and I regret it so much.
You regret everything. But how do you understand Sanji now a little bit better?
If anything, it really solidified that I never questioned anything about him.
Yeah.
Because you just assume Sanji, but then yes, the wanted poster was like, yeah, wanted alive only, and you're like, wait, why? And at first you're like, oh, well, his dad's got connections, all right, so he's actually well off. Then you start learning, oh no, yes, he is, but his dad's a piece of shit.
An absolute piece of shit. Yes.
Yeah. And you start
his mom and his siblings.
His siblings are dicks.
Yeah.
Minus like maybe this, but even the sisters like kind of like at the time was even like as I was reading, it's like he's okay, I guess.
Yeah.
It's like different mixed signals.
A little bit, but I think she knew. Like if she cared for him, like she would have been in the same spot, you know.
Yeah. It's just really it's just really sad to realize like, oh, they're all genetically modified except for him.
Yeah, he's just
which human. Then makes sense. Which made sense. They're like, oh yeah, he's just human. I'm like, okay, that answers. At first, I was worried like they were gonna make him like they're gonna prop him up, and all of a sudden he becomes
like some superhuman
thing. But then they're like, nope, he's human. I was like, okay,
yeah.
But he comes from like a crazy family. Yeah,
but a well off.
But
it's really sad because he has loved cooking since he was a kid.
Yeah.
Like he cooked for like cute little mices and rats and like his mom. And it's just like a parallel, I think, to Luffy, because Luffy will just eat whatever Sanji makes. Mm-hmm. It's really evident that like Luffy does not care what Sanji makes.
Yeah.
He'll just eat it. And that's what happened to his mom.
Yeah.
Even, no
matter what, even if it tasted bad.
Yeah, she just ate it all. Yeah. No, but yeah. I started tearing up rereading that, and I was like, oh, Sanji, my boy.
My boy.
My boy.
And it was so messed up with how his dad treated him. It was like, oh, we're just going to make sure you don't show up. They did the whole Iron Mask thing with him. Yep. But he was a kid, right? So it was just like...
Everyone thought he died, and like, it was sad.
Yeah.
And savage at the same time.
Savage.
Yeah. But yeah, and then like, obviously, all of the Straw Hats, like, Jinbei does save Luffy and Nami from the book. And then, they find out more information. Pudding made a visit. She was like, oh, I'm gonna, like, kill Sanji. Say goodbyes.
Yeah, because at that point, she, not really kidnapped, she kind of, kind of kidnapped the sister. Mm-hmm. Who actually, is the one that helped Sanji escape. Yeah. So that's why it was kind of like it's like a weird parallel. Like
it is.
Not parallel, but yeah, it was just connection right there. Because Sanji was gonna deliver food, and that's how he finds out in the rain.
Yeah. I was like, oh my god. But it was really funny because when Luffy and Nami were stuck in this book, did you notice that like Luffy was just like, I'm gonna get out of here no matter what, and he was just stretching himself crazy. Nami's like, you're an idiot.
Wait, what book? Hold on. Book?
They were captured in the book? In the prison book? I don't know if you remember.
Book or mirror? Wait, I'm mixing it up now. Okay. Oh, they were. Yep, you're right.
Yeah. That's where Jinbei like saved them. And then they went and escaped into like the mirror world.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think it's all a blur now. That whole section's a blur.
Like a blur, yeah. Because then Chopper and Carrot, they captured Brûlé.
Yes, they captured Brûlé to use the mirror.
Yeah, to use the mirror. And while all this was happening, they have to go save Brooke. I have to talk about this because Brooke is like the GOAT in this arc, I think. I personally think she's
so their side mission was actually to
get the polygraphs.
Polygraph, yeah.
Yeah.
Or at least like not move it, but like, get a copy of it.
Yeah, some way, somehow, because it's locked up.
Gets caught.
Brooke gets caught by Big Mama. And she likes weird stuff, basically.
Not really caught. They used what's, oh my god, what's his name? Forgot.
Pedro.
Pedro as a distraction.
Yeah.
And then because Brooke was already, he found it and he was copying it already. But yeah, then he gets caught. That's right.
Yeah.
That's a player.
He gets to sleep next to Big Mama for a little bit.
She's like, oh, this guy's interesting. Let's keep him. It's like, oh God.
The crew. It was really funny because the crew tried to save him. Mm-hmm. They did save him.
But it took how many attempts? A lot.
Everyone was like trying to get in and get out.
Yeah.
It was like, I think that was like the funniest part of like saving Brooke. But yeah, to me, he's the GOAT. Because then once they saved him, he was like, oh, glad you're alive, Pedro. And Pedro was like, I'm sorry, like, I didn't give you much time. He just opens his head.
Everyone thought it wasn't going to work. They're like, dang, we failed. He's like, failed. By the way, here you go. And he just continues to talk. And everyone's just like, you can tell slowly, they're like, what?
I know, Nami's like, huh?
Wait, he did it. Wait, mission success.
And then you could just see Luffy. Luffy's in the back, like, all proud. He's like, yeah. But yeah, obviously, again, Sanji and Luffy reunite a second time. He actually eats his food this time.
No, it was actually, it's really funny. I think in the grand scheme of things, it's funny that, like, Luffy said he's going to stay in that one spot no matter what. Proceeds to not stay in that one spot no matter what.
But then goes back.
But then goes back. And knowing that Sanji would go back. And Sanji comes back and he sees, like, almost a half-dead Luffy.
Because he hasn't eaten
since that
all
last
day. Reunion. Yeah, he hasn't eaten all day.
Yeah, essentially.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But it was the food that he was gonna give to Pudding.
Then it got rained on.
And Luffy's ate it. He's like, this is amazing. Yeah. I was like, oh. Yeah. And it reminded him of his mom.
Friendship. Pure friendship.
I still wouldn't eat your food though.
Yeah, no. Same. But we do get into Big Mama's backstory.
Yeah. I have a couple questions, but yes.
Yeah. So basically, like what Harrison said, you only see her in her old version, which is like her current version, and then like her as a kid. So we do get some backstory. Just because Bege, there's this whole nother plan where Bege is basically wanting to take Big Mama's head.
Also kill Big Mama at the wedding.
Also kill yeah. But he's hired to be like security basically for her. Mm-hmm. He's basically backstabbing her.
Yes.
So they're kind of like making that plan out and whatnot. And then there's just one thing that triggers Big Mama to have this like anger. So that's where like they go into,
it weakens her too. Yeah.
And weakens her, yeah. And that's how Bege wants to like assassinate her.
And it's a picture of what's her name?
Mother Carmel?
Carmel?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
I think it's Carmel.
Yeah, that would make sense. I thought it was like a food play. I play on food names still because
Oh
food.
yeah.
That's what I thought. Yeah. So I have no idea.
Yeah.
But it's not Carmel.
No, that's understandable.
Yeah.
But what'd you think about Big Mama's backstory?
Okay, so one really messed up because it's just, is she human? Or at this point it's stated that she was human, right?
Yeah.
But because
she had human parents.
She seems like a giant though, and I'm like, what?
Yeah, because she ate a lot, right?
Yeah.
Even her parents said that she was like...
They dropped her off on an island.
Yeah.
Essentially, it's like, hey, we're going to be back soon. Never comes back because they can't handle like her food, like hunger.
Yeah.
And then I think she gets taken in with that orphanage with Mother Carmel.
Yeah.
And dude,
there's just this whole backstory on it.
And it's just like, at first it's crazy. Like, it's like kind of nice because and it was connected to the Giants though.
Yeah.
Like, it was a part, it was like with the Giants village, and that's how that village gets messed up.
And there's a reason why she doesn't collect giants.
Yeah. It's
because of her backstory.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because at first they were like, oh, there's no giants here. And ooh,
I wonder why. Her backstory is sad, but messed up at the same time.
Yeah.
Because you kind of notice, like, yes, Mother Carmel, like, saved her. And, like, there's all these other orphans, like, there that do not have parents.
But she traffics all these kids to the Marines. And using them as, like, spies.
Yeah. she's basically like an orphan seller.
Yeah.
Which is super dark because it's crazy how it's just like...
Because like Big Mama puts her on this pedestal and you think she's a nun, supposedly. No.
She's not. No, she's just an agent.
She's just an agent and she's just... It's all a front.
Isn't it interesting that she just left her? She was the only kid that she did not take. It's kind of interesting.
Wait. So...
If you notice that, because she was eating, the Giants stuff. And she's like, oh, best birthday ever.
Did she not eat them?
You think she ate them?
I think she ate them.
Because she was so hungry?
Yeah. She's like, sorry guys, I accidentally ate the table. But you see like a bunch of stuff in front of her.
In front of her? Yeah. But I mean, Mother Carmel left too.
Did she not eat them? I thought she ate them.
No, I thought she ate them too the first time around. Yeah. I just want to see your thoughts.
You said first time around, so did she not? Did you just spoil something for me?
No. No, I definitely did not. You're like, they're thinking, you're like, what? But yeah, Mother Carmel. Interesting woman. She killed giants too, which was crazy.
Yeah, but the interesting part is like other people I've seen, like here's the thing, they all saw Big Mama do something and they call her a monster now, and she had that boundary at that age. I was like, oh god,
at that ripe age.
Who got about? I guess is Robin or her the youngest one to get a bounty, from what we've seen.
I think it's her because I think she was under 9 because Robin was around 9 years old.
Yeah. She
looked like she was under 9. She looked like she was like 5 or 6, maybe, her age.
Maybe. Again, her sizing makes it hard.
Yeah, her sizing does make it hard.
But it's so funny, like, her dream is to make everyone see at eye level because she's so big.
Yeah.
Which is the whole reason why she wants Caesar to do the whole giant experimentation.
So everyone could just be big.
Yeah.
But her kids are giants already.
Her kids are also giants. Yeah.
Her kids are just giants. Yeah.
No, it really messed up backstory, though.
I mean, but it's Big Mama, so...
Yeah, so what do you expect?
Yeah, what do I expect? But yeah, I mean, obviously, chaos happens, because they do go through the ceremony. Sanji does, at least. Knowing Luffy, he would start the chaos.
Yeah, because they want Luffy to be the one to initiate the during the wedding,
like to hunger pains or whatever.
Yeah.
Did you like how Big is like, don't do it until I say so, and Luffy's like, I know exactly what I want to do.
He's like, I'm gonna make it funny. That's not the point here, but it's gonna be funny.
I like how Luffy's just like, but it'll be fun.
I was like, damn, bro. Dang.
But yeah. This wedding ceremony, probably the most chaos thing that has happened so far, I think, up to date for you.
Yeah, I'd say so. I mean,
just so many things happened. Pedro died.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
We're just going to get there. I was like, but Pedro died.
It was
for good reasons.
Good reason. You didn't learn that Pedro actually was already here before, like we said.
Once,
but now we learned that he got his soul taken too, so he lost 50 years when he was 20-something.
Yeah.
When he was 20-something.
Yeah.
So even he was like, I don't have that much time.
Yeah.
So that's why
basically, the ceremony erupted. There's about like 50 Luffys out and about running. Luffy breaks Mother Carmel's like picture. This man literally went, what's this?
No, the best part is like, Vega was like, oh yeah, he's hidden, so he's not gonna, they're all trying to figure out who the real one is. And Big Mom's like, hey, who's the real one? He won't say anything. Luffy, I'm the real one. And Vega's like, oh no. Also having to face up, oh, this is Luffy.
Yeah, this is Luffy. Sanji sees the third eye. calls Pudding beautiful. She can't shoot him.
Yeah, no,
that causes a whole nother thing.
Because Pudding actually, when they revealed how she was evil and gonna kill people, she revealed third eye. She's like, I'm a monster. And she was ready to expect Sanji to just freak out. And of course, Sanji being like, you're beautiful no matter what. And she got stopped in her tracks. Because she was ready for him to like be aghast from everything. So
Sanji's family, they don't have weapons or anything, so they're basically captured at this point, technically, because they were surrounded by
because
kids.
Pudding realizes how to kill them, or they have a weapon that could do damage.
Like so yeah, there's a lot of trying to escape. I skipped over it because I was like, Pedro dies.
She skipped over a lot of stuff, but yes.
No, it's fine. Pedro dies. Plan goes to shit as usual. I think Bege knew that.
No, I don't think he did. Are you kidding? No, he found out as the plan went.
That's true.
He was ready for it not to go to shit.
That's true because most of his plans do go through.
Yeah.
But now he's with Luffy. Yeah, you're right. But yeah, Big Mama's in this hunger
pain
thing. Yeah. But yeah, what I really want to get into is this last fight from Luffy. Because as this is all happening, like Big Mama's basically chasing the Straw Hats from like island to island. So Sanji's like, okay, I'll, go help Pudding and Lola's like twin sister Chiffon to make this cake, right? Because they have to save everyone basically from Big Mama's like crazy tantrum.
Yeah.
But yeah, the funny part was that Luffy got a chance to eat this, but not Big Mama.
And that's the funny part is that's why they were all ready for her to have her hunger pain, right?
Yeah.
I just love how it was just the whole, they were ready for to time down. They're like, she's going to scream at any moment because of the picture. But then the cake also made her so disoriented. She's like, what am I going to be angry about?
Where's my cake?
It's like, wait, no, focus on the picture. The picture! But the cake!
The cake!
But the picture!
But yeah, so that's going down. This arc just has so many layers to it.
There's so much, yeah.
There's so much going on. You just have to read it.
Per usual at this point.
Yeah. But there's one particular fight that I think you were probably hype about, but you just didn't say anything.
Oh, yes, by the way, I kept this all under wraps. I didn't tell her that I was reading at all because she was like, oh, you're not going to make it at this point. We won't record in time. And I was like, yeah, we won't. I was already reading at that point.
And then he shows you a picture, something from Wano, and I was like, huh? I literally went, huh?
But yeah, the fight that I didn't expect would... Oh, yeah, if you hear a train, that's on my end.
Yes.
Are you talking about the... what's his name?
Luffy versus Katakuri?
Katakuri, yeah. Mochi Mochi fruit?
The Mochi Mochi guy.
Unexpected. Literally just the same...
Yes.
Like, it's a mirror match. I didn't expect that at all. I didn't even think about that.
But Luffy was like a true captain to his crew. He was like, I'll come back to you no matter what. And he does like the most Luffy thing. He's just like cracking all these like mirrors. He's like, I'm not coming back in this way.
And then they even told, I think someone told the Nami and all of them, because they were already on the boat at that point. They're like, crack all the mirrors so then no one can get to it.
Yeah. That was absolutely crazy. How'd you feel about that fight though?
It was so cool to see essentially the same kit, like for them fighting. Like everything was pretty much on par, and Katakuri was kind of better at some parts because he was the billion Zenny man essentially. And I've heard about him. I didn't realize it was him.
Yes.
Like I've heard about this part, but I just didn't really listen. But I was like, oh yeah, this guy is or Zenny? No, did I say Zenny? What? That was weird. Like his bounty was 1 billion, and I'm like, whoa.
Yeah. And he's one of the top 3 like generals for Big Mama too. Yep. So it's like the top tier guy.
And it's funny because everyone puts him up on this pedestal of like, oh, he's the perfect one.
Yeah.
So,
But then as this fight keeps going, like you kind of notice that they're just really similar.
Yeah, like everything's the same except like Luffy has like a couple things different, and he's got like a couple moves different. But that's just because of the fruit, right?
Yeah, I think this is. Once you keep reading, this is like the fight where it shows Luffy's growth, especially with like hockey.
Yes.
Like observation hockey, because that's what Katakuri is like really known for.
Yes.
Because like during the ceremony, Vega is like, "Oh God, this guy can see the future. Like he'll know my next step, my next move."
Yeah.
But during this fight, Luffy was like going all crazy with his hockey, and he went into Gear 4.
He even had to take a break for like 10 minutes and like just chill.
He had to like run around and chill. Yeah.
Before he can get back into it.
Yeah. Yeah. But I think this show also shows like there's just like respect between the two as the fight kept going.
Because I think the coolest part was when like I think there's again have so many siblings, and there was like that other sibling that had like that was a part in charge of the Katakuri fan club. I'm like, oh, okay, that's kind of weird, but all right, sure. And she was underhandedly attacking Luffy on that front.
Yeah.
But then he didn't like that, which I was like, that was kind of cool. So he even like stabbed himself in the wound.
Same spot
to make it even.
Yeah.
And it kind of gave a quick backstory of like how much he had to go through because he has like the jaws type deal, or like that. I don't know what to call it. But
it's kind of like that, like the pelican jaw.
Yeah.
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 Where they have like a dip, like the birds like have a dip, so he has one too.
Yeah. But then they couldn't. No one believed it because he always has like a scarf on, so they don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. That's why he has to eat in private.
And it's so fun, and it's like the sad part of like they put him on, like they keep saying stories like he never falls down, and he always does this.
He never loses, like.
Which he hasn't. Let's be real. Yeah. Probably. But when he went to go eat like chocolate or something, he ate something, right? Donuts or something. They reveal that because Luffy came in to bust in, just to show like he's laying on his back, eating, and they're like, he never, because they had that. I love that it's just like this rumor that's built up to like become a legend. He sits up no matter what. He never shows his back. Blah blah blah. All this stuff. Yeah. So
Luffy didn't even care about that.
No. Yeah.
Luffy was like, I just want to fight you.
That's one of those.
Yeah. But I love this, like, fight so much because it just shows Luffy's kind of, like, respect and also him growing, too. Because it's been 2 years, right?
Yeah.
So I think this is the fight where it's just, like, you get to see, like, head-to-head.
Yeah. And it was, like, that thing of, like, he was told, like, oh, you can train all this time, but you won't actually improve until you fight someone better than you. And even he's aware of that.
Yeah.
So
it's kind of cool. Did you like Gear 4 Snake Man?
Yeah, it was cool.
It was cool, right?
Yeah.
I saw that for the first time. I was like, oh my God, Luffy.
Of course.
Why are you like this?
Of course. Of course he would.
But yeah, I mean, Luffy won, obviously. He also, Katakuri did not have to fall back on his back at all. So I think he did that on purpose. But Luffy being Luffy, he respects him. But he has to go catch his crew.
He beat a man that had 1 billion.
Yeah, that's crazy, isn't it? While all that was going on the outside world with the Straw Hats, Carrot transforms to save everyone.
Yeah, that's a thing.
Yeah, it is a thing.
They revealed that. I was like, oh God, they have that kind of power on the full moon.
Full moon only, yeah.
And it was such a quick aside too, because she was like, you guys think there'll be a full moon tonight? It was so quick.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's kind of weird, but okay.
Yeah. So that all happens. She like starts destroying ships and stuff. Brooke, being the goat, saves her too. He's like, oh, I got it.
You know what's really sad? You're explaining all this stuff, but you have to jump around because why are they doing all this?
Yeah, I know.
Right?
Yeah.
Because it's like, because did Sanji already break off at this point?
Yeah, Sanji broke off. So the Straw Hats that are on the ship, they have to get to Sanji at a certain time because they have to get the cake out.
Because Sanji and Pudding get to spend time together.
Yeah, Sanji Pudding as a married couple.
Yeah,
because she took out their memory. Yeah. But anyway, and then as that's happening, on the other islands, everyone's like, "Oh yeah, Luffy's not gonna beat our big brother. Like, we just need one mirror where he just jumps out."
Yeah, because they try to tunnel him in.
Yeah. So basically, that's a big. And then while that's happening, Big is like luring Big Mama away from the Straw Hats. So that's another thing.
Yes.
Another item. Did you like how Nami has a new friend?
Feeding him
a servant.
Yeah, a servant. One of the big souls from Big Mama, right?
Yes.
They look so dumb, but it's so funny.
It's so
Was it I know Prometheus. It's Prometheus that's the sun, right?
Yeah, Prometheus is the sun.
I think so.
This is Zeus.
Zeus, yes.
Yeah. My little cloud boy that just wants to eat other clouds.
So cute. So hilarious.
Cute. So funny. But yeah, so Sanji and Pudding, they do finish the cake. They do put it on Bege's boat to like finish like the decorations and whatnot.
Yeah.
But then Sanji and Pudding they split because he has to go, save Luffy somehow. But yeah, basically Luffy does jump out because he did beat everyone's favorite big brother. I find it hilarious that Brule is just like, save me this entire arc. She's like, save me.
Yeah.
Literally.
Telling everyone, save me, please.
But her backstory is so sad. Once you figure out that she's the only one that goes back to Katakuri.
Yeah.
To like, kind of like, I don't know, help him.
Yeah. Actually, like, yeah, because he was the one that saved her, I think.
Yeah. Isn't that sad, though?
Well, that's the thing. He always defends his brothers and sisters, but
they don't defend
him. Because, yeah.
It's really sad because Brule's like, you didn't have to fall backwards. He was just silent.
Yeah.
And whatnot. But yeah, Sanji basically saves Luffy.
Sanji saves Luffy. And then as they're fighting some more, isn't it, it's like a snowball of who saves who, right?
Yeah, and then like Sanji's brothers come in and be like, we don't owe anyone anything. So they save each other.
And then on
top of that, Bege and Chiffon, which is Lola's twin sister, they actually save the whole cake island because Big Mama does get her cake.
Well, and on top of that, doesn't the Fishman crew
yes,
save? I forgot the order. That's why I was like, so
yeah, it
was like a.
And then the Fishman crew, they save Straw Hats, the one on the boats.
Yes.
From everyone else.
Yes, that's what it was.
I just liked it because Jinbei was like, you didn't have to come here.
Because Jinbei was ready because Jinbei gave them a send-off, or he was going to go by himself.
Yeah.
But it was all becoming too much.
It is. So he stayed behind. Jinbei actually stayed behind.
To help defend his crew one last time. Probably.
Yeah. But yeah, they escape. Surprisingly, out of this entire arc that we just described, I was like, they do escape.
It was a lot. It was so much. It was just like one thing after another. Everything's connected and everything's hot. Yeah.
I know. It was a lot.
In
good. Like 75 chapters.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dear God.
Yeah. Was there any point in this arc where you're like, they're not making it out?
No, I knew they would. I just didn't know who would make it out.
Yeah.
But yeah, Jinbei staying back, I was like, oh, okay, there it is. There's the one person that couldn't go.
Yeah.
And actually, Pedro dying, I didn't expect that either. But actually, he was on the fence. I was like, once I learned his backstory, I was like, oh, okay, he might die.
Yeah. He might die.
Shoot.
He might go.
There were so many random things that happened, right? Like one, Big Mama's backstory connecting to the Giants' like hometown, right? Because they allude to like who all the two big giants that were fighting, captains and all this stuff, and they were ready to kill her. So many connections. Sanji's family is a crazy thing.
Family, yeah.
Like coming from like wealth, but also like super powered like assassin people essentially.
Yeah. With science behind there.
Heavy hand on science.
Yeah. We talked about this, but Judge, who is Sanji's dad, when the Straw Hats were like leaving, Judge was just naming like bad qualities about Sanji, like,
and he's like, what? They're asking Luffy like, what makes you like him, because he does all these things, and then Luffy's like, well, thanks for the help, and like sails off, and then he's like, you didn't answer my question. He's like, looking at Sanji, why did he ask? Why did he say all the good things about you?
Yeah, that was so wholesome, but also like I think Luffy knew Sanji didn't need him to defend him in any way.
Yeah,
because he was like perfect in his own way.
You say that, but I also think he's dumb enough to not do it.
I mean, I feel like Luffy acts dumb, but he's like he's just super carefree, in my opinion. He's just a carefree guy, but he does act dumb. Yes, he shares a brain cell with a lot of people.
Yes, yeah.
But yeah, that was it.
That's it.
Chaotic as usual.
So much,
but fun to go through.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
feel like there were like more big fights and moments than like 2-on-1s and like,
which actually I appreciated that a lot, because I felt the fights in that front kind of got formulated. Like you knew, oh look, the sword guy, I guess Zoro's gonna take that one on. Oh, the big guy, obviously Luffy. It kind of got formulated, so this one actually felt good action wise.
Yeah.
Like there's a countdown to something. There's like all these fights happening. Mainly it's just like some specific fights, but it wasn't too chaotic. Yeah.
It wasn't too chaotic, yeah. But I mean,
but chaotic at the same time.
Yeah, but also chaotic. Chaotic but not.
Yeah.
But Harrison, you're getting close to Wano here.
Yeah.
We'll see where this takes us. But do you have any other closing thoughts?
We have one more arc and then Wano.
Yes, we do.
Okay. No, like, this is all good. I think so far this is I've had the most fun in this arc with how much happened. I actually still think I like Dressrosa more than this one still.
Ooh, okay.
But I get it. I can see the appeal. Like this was a non-stop arc for sure.
Oh, definitely. Shit hitting the fan was this.
It was literally a countdown until the cake. Yes.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't have anything else. You don't have anything else? No. Thanks for tuning in. You can follow us on all of our socials at NgoVo Convo and NgoVo Convo. If you're on YouTube, comment down below your favorite parts. If we missed out on anything, I don't think I did. But yeah, just let us know how we're doing. Like this video, smash that subscribe button, and we'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.